day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your general, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to They Are Billions, where today we have 2 hero missions available to us. So I think that's what we'll be doing today. But first, we should probably level up Calliope, and how do we want to level her up? How about a lot more attack damage? 40% is pretty damn high. So, thwap. There we go. What if there's Harpies in here? I don't know how Calliope will fare against Harpies. We are not exactly sure what the function of this fortress located south of the desert. What was the function of this fortress located south of the desert, apart from a building on the north side? The rest of the complex is outdoors. You can just make out some big machines in the distance and what appear to be mountains of corpses. Oh goody! Our scouts report that the complex is packed with infected. It looks like a big swarm devastated the fortress and stayed there. Try to kill all the infected, but take it easy. Go one enemy at a time. If you alert the swarm, you will condemn yourself to a certain death. Make sure you use the defenses in the fortress to your advantage. Main objective, get the mission artifact. Hero must escape alive. Get the technology and the valuable items. Oh god, this is gonna be a horror show, isn't it? Right. Okay then.
Ready.
So we start off...
Affirmative.
By being forced down this corridor. Complex of units, HPP Sector 9. Attention, transport trucks have to deliver the corpses in the West Wing. HPP containers will be collected Monday to Friday, 10 p.m.
Double the fun.
Okay, I 2-shot
Roger that.
fresh zombies now, which is nice. Exceptionally nice, actually. Yeah, it does look like there was a major swarm here. Although I'm not sure about this I'm going to condemn myself stuff that they're talking about. Considering
For the human.
the only way I'm going to condemn myself
This will come in handy.
is if there is an
Rest
army
in peace.
of... what it called?
Take
Executives, Chubbies...
It's a breeze. Bullseye.
Harpies, maybe the Venoms if I can get those, if those are a thing
Understood.
too. More grenades. They're giving me a lot of stuff to work with.
For the humans.
You know what? I don't normally do that sort of thing, but... for only fresh ones, but there are quite a few coming. It does
Rest
say
in
use the
peace.
defenses, and the defenses
Alrighty.
do include the grenades of the place just lying around. I'm sure they do. Honestly, just staying here
No
and waiting
survivors.
for, you know, the occasional one to just
Sure.
get attracted
For
to
the
me
Empire. Gotcha.
isn't the worst
Bullseye.
method in the world.
Okie dokie.
Do want to
Sure.
make full use of all of the
Yes?
barriers I can and whatnot.
Yeah. Great.
There's more science
Sure
for me.
thing. Come on.
Yeah, that damage increase was definitely corely needed. Why do they all just suddenly start swarming the wooden barriers? What did those
No
poor wooden
problem.
barriers ever do to them? You know what? What do we have
No
in here?
survivors. Yes.
Whatever the hell this is, I assume a med kit?
do
No,
we
that's
have
actually
here?
science.
Got
Come at me, says Calliope behind the giant wooden barriers. Oh, and to the person who mentioned why I pronounce it Calliope,
Attack!
the answer for that is very simply, I have no idea how else I'm meant to say it.
Attack!
Like a good vast majority of the population
Yes?
of the world, I am
Die.
learning, I am dyslexic.
Alrighty.
And I can't sound out words properly. There is
That's easy.
600 science to be found, which means approximately 20
problem.
boxes. I assume none of these are interactable for money and
course.
whatnot.
Without delay.
What's this say? HPP, attention, raw material storage at 100%. HPP units off power total power failure in the complex.
Perfect. Gotcha.
Well, there's just random gold here, so...
Sweet. No peace.
HPP.
Not a problem.
Yeah, that's definitely what you call a mountain of bodies.
Sure.
What's that thing designed to do? Grind the bodies into a power source?
Rest in pieces.
Because if that's the case, can we learn it and use
I can
it?
do that. For the Empire!
Oh, there's an
For the
executive. How many does it take to kill an executive then? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Eat my bullets.
Don't alert the Horde or you will surely be screwed. It's not like you can actually outrun the
Taste
Horde or
my
anything.
leg. That's easy. Priceless.
I'll determine whether it's priceless, and the fact it's tech
Attack!
says yes, it is indeed priceless. Well, there's a chubby.
Excellent idea, sir. Take that.
So yes, that is a little more concerning than these
Right
fresh,
away.
average fresh things. But the
Yes.
thing is, you move just as fast as
Roger
them,
that.
Mr. Chubby, meaning you are,
Like it. Got it.
well, not really threatening.
What is this? All right.
Valuable, apparently. I mean, it is like a Cabriella.
It's a
Candelella.
breeze.
However the hell I say the word.
All right.
All I need to do is hopefully kill every fresh one before the
Alright.
chubby is attracted. Or at least a good majority of them.
Taste.
Hmm,
Not a problem.
this is awkward.
Alrighty. Piece of cake.
How much health is it on?
Ready.
Oh, you took down a giant chunk of its health.
Cheese.
The chubby isn't a
For
threat.
the Empire. Without
See?
delay.
Simple, easy.
Let's go.
I was scared of nothing.
That. I'm on it.
You really gave me a box which had 10 tech. Why is there a box with
breeze.
10 tech? You had to make this awkward,
Yes?
didn't you? You couldn't
Got
just
it.
say 20 boxes of 30 tech, could you? I mean, the fact there's a swarm is meant to be threatening. And I'm sure in most circumstances they would be. But Cantalope's a badass. And badasses don't get threatened.
Yes.
Apart from maybe by the executive, because that takes a couple more hits.
Right away.
But only a
Bullseye.
couple more. So, we just need to hit and run a little bit more.
Attack.
Hey!
Nice.
I like that wooden
Die.
wall. Get your hands off it. This is just going to be one of those maps where the actual enemies aren't a threat. What's the threat is being able to find everything.
Okie dokie. Bullseye.
Because of
It's
course
a
it
walk in
is.
the park.
I mean, as the actual description of the map says, they're coming in one by one, which is how we're meant to kill them. Use the defenses. Okay, the wooden walls are distracting them.
It looks great.
More grenades. I definitely feel like saving the grenades for when I finally open the door.
Let's go.
Oh, 20,000 zombies in the place.
All right.
20,000 zombies in the place. Take one down, shoot it around. 19,000 zombies in the place. Not even worried. Not even worried.
Yeah. Sounds
Calliope is good at what she does, and what she does is zombie murder. Elite zombie murder.
good. Rest in peace.
It's only when suddenly a whole swarm of harpies appears that I'm going to scream my head off.
For the Empire.
We only need to
Rest
slowly,
in peace.
methodically, and systematically
Excellent idea,
murder and
sir.
kill every zombie in this place. What's in here then? Logistics HPP. Attention, shipments will be dispatched in order of priority. Use the corresponding forms for a new
Understood.
HPP application.
Take that. Holy crap. This place is crawling with rats.
That's the most intuitive thing I've ever heard you say say, Cantaloupe, actually. Calliope,
Chief.
Calliope, Cantaloupe, whatever the hell you are actually meant to be called. And by rats, you actually mean rats, in which case, duh, it's been abandoned for how long now? Or by rats, do you mean zombies?
Alrighty.
In which case, shouldn't it then be zaps?
Got it, Chief.
To indicate the Z part.
This is... Got it.
They are giving us so many grenades that I think we're just going to have to obliterate everything the moment we open that door. So this map is literally...
Right away.
Kinda...
Gotcha.
Please tell me you'll go for the wall. You do.
Piece of cake.
The moment the wall crumbles, back you up you go.
Sound.
This building here scares me. Just because it's so isolated.
Yes?
And because it looks like that building is where our quest objective is. So...
Gotcha. For the Empire!
Unless it's just apparently stupidly easy, which I highly doubt. This is a 4-star difficulty mission.
No
The problem with Cantaloupe is she is a glass cannon. She is all offense, no defense. And there is very clearly no way out of the map. We have now killed every zombie outside of this building.
Love it.
This tiny building.
Let's go. For the humans. Yes?
Oh, all it is an army of executives.
Taste my lead.
Huh.
Yes.
Is this really what I was scared of?
Yeah. Got it, Chief. Eat my bullets.
I mean, yeah, sure, on a general basis, this is pretty scary, but... I was expecting more.
I'm on it.
So is there really no way out of the facility? Is all the research
Understood.
I'm missing literally in here?
No problem.
At least this map is relatively small on the scheme of things. Well, I just saw a lot of things flash up, so...
It's a breeze.
Most things in this room seem interactable, so... No, grenades do not hurt the interactables, so...
Yes? Let's go.
Okay, what is seriously the catch?
Amazing. Not a problem.
Everything on the map is dead.
Show me the money. Oh, yeah. It's worth taking it.
This doesn't feel like it was a 4-star.
Score. Priceless.
Okay, so what am I missing?
Child's
Apparently that
play.
book over there.
Awesome.
Maybe a crate somewhere? 20 coins.
Come
Aha!
on.
20 coins.
Great.
And 30 tech, which is probably that over there. Was this really a 4-star mission? This was like the easiest one I've done so far.
Nice.
Am I just gonna have some, like, super zombie just attack me as I try to leave? Maybe this thing pumps out a super zombie just as I begin to leave, or...
Great.
No? Not even like a horde just rushes up? No? That was stupidly easy. Well, what does the news say then? Our armed forces continue to painstakingly fight to contain and neutralize the infected without success. It's estimated that 10 new infected appear after each kill. The government has reacted by arming citizens in efforts to protect themselves and others. It has not gone unnoticed that this appears to be a strategy of enlistment. On the scientific front, researchers at the Gamma Medical Center have been experimenting with cutting-edge therapies in pursuit of a cure for the pandemic. Dr. Gage Whitney, head of the children's ward, has stated that thanks to the use of electroshock and ultrasound therapy, combined with controlled doses of radiation, we have seen promising progress on younger patients. Dr. Whitney attributes most of the success to her colleagues at the Omicron Laboratory, where a group of leading bioengineers have successfully contained a sizable group of live specimens of infected, which they are presently studying and with unrelenting scrutiny in order to categorize the infected. This attempt to catalog various types of infected may lead to the key of finding the cure in the future. Or they break free and kill the entire lab and take all the hope with it. The more likely of the options. Well, I guess the next upgrade I should get for Calliope is probably attack speed. Even though it doesn't open anything else, it's Calliope, so she shouldn't be doing anything anyway. But before we can do the next mission, we have to try and take on 1,000-odd Harpies. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I really don't like the feel of this one. I mean, the Harpies are technically somewhat-ish coming one at a they're not even coming close to one at a time. This is actually scary, so... This particular... It's because there's 1,000 of the little buggers. I am scared of this particular thing. We seem to be doing fine at the moment. We've taken about 200 without casualty. But the moment we start having a casualty is when things start getting bad. Though the Titans are very strong and we have a lot of cannon fodder soldiers at this front, don't tell them they're cannon fodder. They won't like that. But that... Basically, the moment we start having one loss, it'll have an escalating effect at losing more and more damage. But it's beginning to look like that maybe not even 1,000, over 1,000 Harpies can take on 15 Titans. Especially when they just come in at one at a time. I mean, this is probably one of the most intense versions of this we're going to get, because we actually don't know whether we can win this or lose this. Just considering the sheer amount of how many there are. But, now that we're nearing less than 100 Harpies to go, and we haven't taken any casualties yet, I'm pretty confident at this point that we're going to win this. There we go! No problem! No problem! Ha 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 ha! Glorious. And that means we can now go to the Gamma Medical Center. Ooh. An old medical complex abandoned long ago where only the infected wander around the empty rooms and alleys. The complex consists of 4 independent buildings connected by streets that cross what once was a well-kept statue park. We don't know if at the time it worked as a hospital or as an experimentation center related to the infected. In any case, it's a highly interesting place where you can recover more of the ancient humans' technology. Sounds like a good plan then. Let's get my attack speed and then let's get into the dungeon. Get into the place. Oh, we attack when it's dark this time, do we?
Right away. Great.
Oh my, do you attack fat quickly now, Calliope?
Understood.
9 attacks a second.
Take that.
Wow. Medical Center. Level 4 infected, please proceed to the north research rooms. Children and other infected, proceed to the south complex for reassignment. Oh, so I'm assuming this is back when they still had consciousness.
Yes.
And it was assumed
Roger
they
that.
could be saved. Oh, apparently there's
Nice.
2 exits to this map, which is interesting.
2.
Still wish I knew what reloading speed was all about.
Right.
I've never actually seen them exactly reload.
And
But the description is right. It is a very
Got it.
nice statue park. I mean, sure, the statues are a little repetitive at times, but still.
of course. Back!
So what kind of bullcrap do you have hiding back here, then?
I can do that. I can do that.
Grenades! I mean,
Yeah.
okay, sure.
Let's go.
I was expecting something more valuable. You know what? That's probably worth a
Yes.
grenade.
Piece of cake.
So what do we have here? Mild infected bedrooms. Attention. Room for exclusive use of grade 2 infected or lower. Is this like fresh infected then, or...
No fear.
You know, I imagine this map's going to be more annoying than the last map just to try and find stuff.
Gotcha.
Oh, so grade 2 are decrepit. Cantaloupe, I don't even think you're allowed to move. You should not have any problems with this. Nope,
Yes?
none.
Take that.
Don't care how many decrepit there are, Cantaloupe. You should not have any problems with this whatsoever.
What do
More
we have
technology.
Here? It's a walk in the park.
Whatever the hell that is.
Interesting indeed. Right away.
Oh, there was a zombie there. That was why I couldn't pick it up properly.
Alrighty. Eat my bullets.
So grade 2 and lower
of cake.
infected became these ones, I'm guessing. Doesn't appear to be anything else in this
Got
room.
it, Chief.
Alright. I mean, it was guarded by a bunch of
Okey-dokey.
executives.
Bullseye. I'm listening.
Which we then laughed at because we threw a grenade at them.
Holy crap. This place is crawling with rats. Great.
I think you mean Zats,
Sure
Cantaloupe.
thing.
So what's this then? Administration of Gamma Center. Attention, go through the decontaminator before entering this
Roger
room.
that.
I think a decontaminator kind of
Yes.
decontaminated itself and found itself unworthy.
Perfect.
What do we have in here then?
I'm on it.
A bunch of fresh ones, eh? Right, we have some options
Got
in
it.
which directions we want to go, but no options in anything to pick up. What do we have here then? Beds and bedrooms and children's room. Do not pass. Urgent laser treatment in progress. Administered by nurse on duty. What?
Got it, Chief.
Well, that's a
Sure.
little baby in a gas mask. A little baby corpse in a gas mask.
yeah.
Ah, hi there. That's terrifying.
What do you want? Ready.
Because it outruns me.
No problem. No survivors. On your orders, Commander.
Oh my god, Cantaloupe.
Sure
You
thing.
almost died.
The more the merrier. Let's go.
Handwritten note. You find a note written by hand by a child, judging by its calligraphy. The note says, "When will my parents be back? The nurse makes strange noises, and I'm scared. This night I'll sleep wearing this mask I found. I'm sure nothing bad can happen to me." Well, that's just
Wonderful. All right.
Poor kid.
Yes?
Poor kids. What the
Perfect.
hell makes you a harpy?
Great.
What the hell happens to turn you into a harpy?
Perfect.
That's a medkit right there, which I do need,
easy.
so...
Gotcha. Sure.
Well, I kind of figured we'd find a harpy with Calliope eventually.
Okie dokie.
And I know I should have probably used a grenade on it, but... Well, so far, we found very little, to say the least. Apart from a very sad story. About a poor little girl that trusted her... about a poor little kid that trusted their nurse. Only for the nurse to then kill them. Attention, individuals under experimentation treatment 605. Detected increased aggressiveness and monitor functions in selected patients. That sounds like possibly a harpy. Clearing out the paths, we're clearing out the paths. Hey ho, the merry-o, there can only be so many.
Great.
So one has to wonder if this disease only applies to humans, especially with all the rats running around.
Rest in pieces.
Because a lot of the time,
Roger that.
Sometimes you get some mediums which say there are zombie animals, and sometimes you get some that say there aren't.
Good.
Well, let's see what the hell is in the room of experimental process. And ready our grenades.
I'm on it.
Yep. Thought so.
Let's go.
I'm not dealing.
All right.
I'm not fighting one of those again.
What's that? I love it.
There's only so many medkits available to me.
All right.
A grenade used to kill a single harpy is probably a grenade better used than using one to try and kill a...
Not a problem.
Whatever. Experimental therapy room. Attention, individual...
All right.
Why are the ones outside decrepit while the ones inside are fresh?
Right away.
Is it about wearing against the elements, or is it just...
Yes?
Random, no reason, haha?
No fear.
Okay. First,
No problem.
one, that is reasonable thing
Great.
to try and make probably a valuable item. Two, it's the size of Calliope. How do you expect her to carry it home? Treatment room 1. Attention, do not disturb the medical staff while they're performing electroshock therapy.
Tell me what to do.
Considering they're in this level, I have to actually save my grenades for
the
Harpies.
Empire! Understood.
As much as I may want to use one on
For
7
the humans.
whatchamacallits at once.
Sure. All right.
That's interactable. Barely.
Yes.
God damn you. You have to mouse over the tiniest of things just to see if they're interactable.
All right.
Right, are there anything else down in these corridors? There's a bunch of people.
Attack!
Probably the nurses and doctors originally.
Piece of cake. Understood.
Right, that's this corridor sorted then. Now let's enter the rooms one by one and see what's inside
Without
each of them.
delay.
Oh, goody! Treatment room 2. Attention, radiation treatments can be lethal for the uninfected.
Right away.
I'm gonna guess a venom. Or, you know, just a bunch of a giant horde of infected. Great, now time to work out which of these tiny objects around here are interactable.
Yeah.
What do we have here then? Treatment 4? Treatment room 3. Attention, ultrasound treatment has only served to increase the autistic detection abilities of the infected. The area will be kept in quarantine until further notice. Oh. You know, when it says stuff like, oh, increase awareness and whatnot, I just think it's going to be something special, not just a bunch of fresh ones.
That's easy.
I mean, if these experiments were creating all the special types of infected,
Gotcha.
I can't help but feel a little betrayed in the fact I'm not seeing more. I've only seen Harpies. And while, yes, Harpies are an absolute pain and a bastard, and I don't like them in any shape or form, I've seen them before.
Killing time.
Show me other things.
Gotcha.
I assume this is treatment room number 5, then? Or 4? Organic recycling room. Attention, keep off the recycling machines. Grade 5 infected must access properly chained restricted security measures. It's a bunch of rats.
All right.
That was a lot big scary music for the fact there's no infected in here.
Good.
I mean, yes, it's horrific, there's corpses everywhere, but they were going through a bloody zombie apocalypse pandemic, it's expected. Access to the kitchen and dining area. Attention, today's menu, semi-raw meat for infected residents of grade 4. I'm not sure if you should be encouraging the behavior of eating raw meat.
Yes?
Quite honestly. Now for the great question. What in the kitchen is interactable?
Indeed.
A singular wine bottle, it seems. Which seems a little off.
Nice.
You're the first place I'm checking if I'm missing
Roger
stuff. Alright, so what's in this final room I never looked in? Warehouse. Attention, do not place radioactive material or other contaminants in here.
Of course.
Huh. Okay. Plain empty
Worth
room.
Taking it. It looks great.
I mean, sure. Why not? Are you kidding me? There was one thing I could interact with. Really? I don't like this map.
Yes.
There's too little anything. It's too spacious.
Roger that. Bullets. Sure.
Good job, Calliope. No issues with the chubby here.
Got it, Chief. Bullseye.
Well, we've broken our way into the secondary exit. Still haven't found what we're looking for, though. Oh yeah, this building was broken, wasn't it?
It's a breeze.
At least we found what probably broke the
Understood.
contaminator.
Die.
Chubbies. Annoying. Definitely annoying. Not exactly a
Great value,
threat.
No doubt.
You give me
Got
one
it.
grenade. I wonder what I'm gonna have to use in here.
It's a walk in the park. Yes? Let's go. Take that.
I should be doing some real infrastructure damage with this, but I'm not.
It's a breeze.
Let's just keep 3 grenades just
For
in
the
case, because you
human.
never know.
Gotcha.
And that is what you never know about.
Perfect.
Well, there was certainly this place was a bit bigger than I thought it was initially.
All
But we're perfectly fine if those executives just want to rush us one at a time, like the big smart zombies that they are. Come on, boys, come get her!
Attack!
One at a time now, each take your turns.
I love it.
One by one,
fear.
everyone gets a turn at dying. An executive does 9 damage. I don't think I've ever been hit by one to know that.
No fear. Sweet.
Well now, hopefully,
Good
everything
find.
that we're missing,
Perfect.
in terms of research and
What is
research
this?
and money, is in
Yes.
here.
Okie
If
dokie.
we're lucky. When am I ever lucky?
What's that? Do we have here?
Well, apparently all the research was in here, so...
Of course. Nice. Amazing.
And along with all the money!
Okay.
Perfect!
Show
We've
me the
actually
money.
done it!
Yes?
We've uncovered everything! Alright, Calliope, we're given the secondary exit, we might as well use it! Out you go! Glorious. Simply glorious. Magnificent. Sniper's Mento. Reach out and touch someone. Alright. Well, now all that's left for us to do is, these infected swarms, because of the fact I don't exactly have time to do an actual map at this point, probably. So we might as well just finish off the episode by finishing off the zombies. Well, there we go. Bunch of 17 titans, 13 soldiers. 30 men are going to kill 4,292 zombies. That's not actually that impressive when you think about it. Well, I'll be back in a moment when they're done, because we know they can't lose, so... Early up, time to go to sleep. Hey, Roger. Yeah, Phil? What are we doing here? What do you mean, Phil? Well, it's kind of... Aren't we pointless? No, we just killed a couple. I mean, maybe, but the Titans would have got them eventually. Look, I'm still killing them. Roger, that isn't the point. Phil, don't worry about it. Look, we're here to basically have a comparison to the Titan, I guess. But what's it to compare to? They're twice our size, they have dual-mounted guns for hands, and a top hat. Well, I mean, we could get top hats. No, we can't. These outfits are standard issue. I mean, have you ever tried to get a top hat? No. Well, maybe you should ask Central. Maybe, but it seems a little unique to the Titan, you know? You never know unless you ask, Phil. You're right, Roger. Now, one critical question before I suppose the zombies run out. What's that, Phil? Which one of us is Roger and which one of us is Phil now? That is a very good question, to the point where I don't remember anymore. We're bad at this. Indeed we are, Phil. Roger. Whichever. 2, 1. Done. Not a problem. Easy to do. Glorious. Now we've unlocked the Noxious Swamp. Ooh. But first, next we have... Ooh, this one actually looks a little more interesting. Because there's more than just fresh ones. There's executives and a couple of chubbies. Ooh. Ooh. The Titans might not be enough. Might.
The mighty Titan.
They're probably enough.
The mighty Titan.
Second verse, same as the first. Come on, guys, time to kill. There's plenty on their way, and the Chubbies are coming already, so they're going to run out of Chubbies pretty damn quickly, I'm guessing. Going to quickly guess. All the Chubbies are meat shields. That's literally it. It won't save them from their destruction. Oh, we lost a soldier. We lost another soldier. I think they've run out of Chubbies. It's a shame when you look at this, it doesn't tell you how many is left of each type. You know what I love? This sphere of influence around the Titans, which, now that they've run out of Chubbies, they just can't get past. We're down to 1,500. We've got a quarter of them left, I believe. Jesus, this is taking too long. I love how it's just like, this particular seems to be like, men on the left, women on the right. Do the hokey pokey all day and night. Congratulations, everyone. You killed 8,000 zombies. Such an achievement. You only have a few billion in the world. Well, then. I suppose the last thing for me... I've never actually done... Oh, I still got this resistance one I could have done. Oh. I've got 3 missions I can do. Well, let's see what the news article has to say. Humankind's last stand. What? The efforts to exterminate the infected have transformed our megacities into deceptive ruins. Bombs, napalm, fire, and nuclear weaponry have devastated our once beautiful civilizations, leaving hellish remainders in their wake. While many infected have been killed, they're increasing in troubling numbers. Experts claim that the infected outnumber humans 100,000 to 1. Wow. Most survivors are fleeing megacities seeking refuge in the vast unknown, but the infected lay in wait for the familiar scent of human flesh. A detection of pheromones, even a muted sound. My voice just really isn't good today. They are in the hundreds of millions now, and together they ravage their prey with a fury unlike any other. Their insatiable hunger has led the infected to expand their territories, searching for meat anywhere they can. They continue to migrate, many in hordes, others alone. After the fall of our nation's capital, the remaining government officials have regrouped within the few cities that are still under human control. The acting head of the NIDI, in National Infectious Diseases Institute, Dr. Whitney, has unveiled the details of Project Phoenix, the latest attempt to fight the pandemic through genetically modified humans. These new mutants will be as resilient, strong, and as aggressive as the infected, while maintaining typical human intelligence and conscience. Engineers have designed exoskeleton features that are said to increase the speed and strength. These mutants could be the ultimate weapon in the fight for the survival of mankind. No, it's the mech suit. So is this suggesting I should go get the mutant? Then. Huh. Well, everyone, I'm afraid that this is a brilliant place to stop for today's episode. So, what can I say other than thank you all for joining me. Apologies if today's episode is a little shorter than normal, but after an hour and a half of doing everything I've done, I don't have time to do a proper map, as they can often take like 2 hours. So, I'm afraid that... So everyone, I'm afraid that I'm all out of time for today's episode. So, I'm afraid that until the next time, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.